Is manifestation not working for you? You hear all this stuff, you've read all this stuff, you've tried all this stuff, and it's still not working. Maybe one of two things is wrong. Maybe you're a skeptic, and that's what brought you here today. Well, I'm going to tell you some of the science behind it here in the next few minutes. Or maybe you really believe this stuff, but everything you seem to attempt in manifesting methods blows up in your face, and it seems to work for everybody else, and it doesn't work for you. We're going to get into the 4 crucial components. We're going to look at what Dr. Joe Dispenza says about this today. And as we get into it, I'm going to share a bonus at the end that I think is the missing key for so many people. It was for me anyway. When I started to understand this concept, I was able to really plug into the life of my dreams. It helped me to come here and do what I'm doing with people just like you, coaching folks one-on-one. By the way, if you need some help on your journey, there's a link where you can talk to me about coaching with you one-on-one. And there's plenty of free stuff here if you just want to subscribe to the channel. But we're going to look at these 4 keys that Dr. Dispenza lays out for us on how manifestation works scientifically. If you're a skeptic and you want to scroll by, go ahead. But this is the video on how this stuff practically works in a conscious physical level in your brain. There's also some spiritual here for those of you that are like me and you're plugged into some of that. And I can't wait to share it with you. Let's get right into it. So what are these 4 keys? What are these 4 principles of manifesting the life of your dreams? Here is how it works. It's kind of a progressive thing. Thoughts become things, is what Joe Dispenza would say. Everything that is in existence was once a thought. The cell phone that I'm filming this on was once a thought in somebody's mind. A few years ago, I can remember a few decades ago now, we didn't have these things. We had to communicate the old-fashioned way, face-to-face, or had to call somebody up on a manual phone where we couldn't see each other. And then these things came along. It changed it all, but they start with a thought, and that thought becomes an idea, and it gets forged into reality. All matter comes into existence exactly like that. So Dispenza would say there are 4 keys to how a thought becomes a thing. And here they are for you, if this helps you at all. Number 1, all things start, hey guys, morning. All things start with a thought. That's where it all begins. Thoughts are where we begin to form reality in our life. So the reality that you're living in your life right now started with a way of thinking. It started with thoughts in your life. How you think about reality, how you think the world works, how you think the universe works, how you think you work, who you are, what you can do, what you can't do, what's off limits, what's on the table. Hey guys, morning. What's possible, what's impossible. It's all right here in your brain. Your biggest limitations in life are simply your own thinking about life. And what happens is we form these patterns, these loops. Have you ever got it stuck on a highway? Did that, I think it was in Texas one time, where I got off on the loop and I just kept getting off the same loop and going round and around. Couldn't figure out how to get off of it. Have you ever done that? It's easy to do, and we do it in our lives all the time. We get caught in these loops of thinking about how life is and how our life has worked up to this point. And one of the reasons you're not manifesting the life you want to be manifesting is you're stuck in that loop. You have these thoughts about who you are and what is available to you and why things are not working. And the truth is about 95% of that is just lies. It's lies you've told yourself, it's limitations you've put on yourself. And for me, what changed it all is when I started thinking in a new way. For me, it was unworthiness. I grew up in an evangelical church world. I've told you guys about that if you follow on the channel here before. And I grew up with a belief that I was bad at my core, a sinner at my core. And it affected a lot of things in my life like maybe it has for you. Thankfully, I was able to deconstruct from that, but not deconstruct from spirituality and God. I'm talking big G, real God, source, God, universe, whatever you believe or call that force there, that source that powers the universe and projects us out and does all kinds of things and pours love out constantly, unhindered and unfettered. Held on to that, but I had these beliefs about myself that made me feel unworthy about everything and untalented and unable to do all these things. Thoughts are driving your life. But here's the good news. Although you're living on a repeat pattern, a loop you can't get off of because of the way you've been thinking all your life, you can break the cycle. And what Dispenza says is the real key, is the second part of the equation, and it's your feelings. Why you're stuck is because you attach these feelings to your thoughts. And emotions are strong, y'all. It's really emotions that drive our life, not thoughts. We can kind of get past our thinking. We can cut our brain off and think in another direction when we're thinking bad thoughts, but your feelings are harder to control, right? You're feeling the way you're feeling because you've been thinking the way you've been thinking all your life. And when you try to think in a new way, you might have new thoughts, but you still have the same old feelings, right? So the key is in changing your thoughts and your feelings together. When you start to feel a new way about yourself, when you start to feel new possibilities, new horizons, what happens? You start to think this is possible. Your thoughts get reinforced with those feelings. It's like you wrap thoughts and feelings together and you're feeling in a new way, thinking in a new way, and now you're feeling power, right? But you know this, if you've ever lost weight, if you've ever gained muscle, if you've ever started a new career or a new business, if you've ever started something new, created a work of art, you have this point you come to where you start feeling it, right? I've got this, I can do this. And that's when it gets powerful. So when you start to change your thinking, but then you really start to change your feeling, now you've put it into high gear. And the third part of this equation Dispenza talks about is the key to it all, starts to take place in your life. Your behaviors start to change. When we change our behaviors, when we change the way we act, that is due to changing the way we think and feel. You start thinking a new way, feeling a new way about yourself and the possibilities that are out there for you. You can't help but change your behaviors. You start acting differently. And when we act differently, when we behave differently, that's where the science comes in and our life really starts to change. Because when you're taking new actions, good morning, when you're taking new actions and taking new steps in your life and doing new things, your life is changing. It can't help but change because you've been going this way and now you're turned around and you're going this way. You're taking new steps, new directions, and that is change, my friend. You start going to new destinations, new opportunities open up because you're walking in a new direction. Your behaviors have changed and it starts transforming your life completely. New thoughts, new feelings, new behaviors, and guess what? The fourth and final step, not to the bonus yet, but the fourth and final step, or the fourth and final principle Dispenza talks about is beliefs. And beliefs is where it's at. Because when you're thinking new and feeling new and you're behaving new and things are changing, you start to believe at your core. You're out of your head now and now you're down into your heart. I love what Wayne Dyer says about this principle. Think about this for a minute. Right here while you're watching the video, do me a favor, point to yourself. I know you might feel funny if you're in front of somebody, do it subtly, but point to yourself. Now let me ask you a question. Where did you point? Did you point right here? No, in every crowd, in every room, you ask this question, you point right here, right? You is here, it's your heart, your soul, the real you. It's not here, it's not your thinking. When you start feeling differently, Wayne Dyer would say, this is you, because that's where you point, that's where you feel yourself at. You have a new belief system about what's possible. You've transformed it all. When you start believing in yourself, believing new things, you're here now. You've moved from here to here, and you're absolutely transforming and changing your life. You're absolutely making a difference. And I'm going out of breath, y'all. I've been walking a long ways here for this one. But you're absolutely transforming it all. You're changing it all. And that is the science and the spirituality behind how manifestation works. If it's not working for you, try these 4 things and watch it unfold. It changed my life. It's led me to coaching. It's brought me more. I work in sales as well as coaching right now, kind of transitioning between the two. And it's brought me more abundance, more sales, more volume than I've ever had in my life. And I'm not even trying harder. I'm not even hustling and grinding. I'm trying less. It's because I changed it here and it made it change here and now it's changed out here and it will work for you. So what's the bonus? Here's the bonus that really changed it all for me. The real key, and Dispenza, this is where I think he kind of fails as much as I love him. He doesn't talk about what some of the greats like Wayne Dyer and Dr. David Hawkins, some of their keys are. Gary Zukav is big on this as well. They all talk about non-resistance. The real key is to letting go. leaving the how up to source, to God, to the universe. Non-resistance is when you can get in a place in your life where you live as if your dreams have already become reality. I love what Michael Watson, he's a coach that I worked with here on YouTube. Michael's awesome. Michael said this in one of his videos the other day, and it was profound to me. He said, picture yourself not with your dream. If it's like a dream house or a dream job or a dream significant other, a dream SP, special person. Don't picture yourself first getting that person or that thing or that reality in your life. Picture it 6 months down the road where you've settled into the new house, the new dream job, the new SP in your life, whatever it is. 6 months down the road, maybe a year down the road into that, picture that. And that's what it feels like to really be settled in to your new reality. Picture that as if it's already happened. That's non-resistance. It's saying, I leave the how up to God. I leave the how up to the universe. I'm just going to focus on the what. This is my intention. This is where I'm going. This is what I want. I'm changing my thinking. I'm changing my feelings. It will change my behaviors. It will change my beliefs. But right now, I just let it all go. That's the real key. If you're going to let it go today, type in the comments right now, I let go. Those simple 3 words, I let go, and watch your life transform, my friend. It's going to work. I promise you. Give it a try. Like the video. Come back to this in 6 months and tell me again in the comments how it's changed for you. I know it'll work. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.